Hey everybody, it's me, Paul. Oh, so I'm doing okay. I know you all want to see what I look like, so see I'm still embracing science. Wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine. He's been my companion throughout this almost 15 months of isolation that I haven't seen any of you. And I'm just totally fine, but anyway, his name's Wilson. And I want you to be nice because I didn't have any markers, so I couldn't make him some eyes and nose and stuff. But he's been my friend this last 15 months. Come on, Wilson. Show everybody who you are. This is Wilson. Now, like I said, I don't have any fancy markers to make eyes and nose or any kind of semblance of humanity, but I don't know, he just cleans so well in the bathroom. And I just think if somebody cleans that well in the bathroom, they can be my friend. I was just sitting there on the toilet one day, worried about COVID, just like we all were, putting a bleach tablet in the toilet because I was worried it was somehow surging up from the sewage. Crazy, huh? And I saw you, and yeah, this was Wilson. And like I said, I didn't have any marker to put a nose and eyes on him, but his collective humanity, well, put it this way, I've known presidents with less integrity. Anyway, yeah, you're so funny. You're so funny, Wilson. Anyway, so I'm totally fine. Yeah, I had the little intestinal blockage, and yeah, that kind of sucks. And my glasses are kind of broken, but so far, I mean, I think you're real. I think you people are still real. I think maybe some of you became virtual, you know? And that's okay. If you want to transfer your conscience into a computer, I'm okay with that. Go ahead, yay. I'm not really going to be attracted to that probably, because ouch. I'm sorry, Wilson. He doesn't like it when I talk about sex because he doesn't have any sex organs. And how did I know it's a he? From his voice, obviously. Anyway, oh God, that's so funny, Wilson. You're so great. I love Wilson. I was watching what's his name, Hanks, Tom Hanks. Wasn't he an actor once in the old world, in ancient times? And he was talking to his ball, and I was like, well, if he can turn a ball into a human thing like a god does, well, I'm a god, right? Although I do embrace science. So I figured I'll make this bleach bottle my friend. I'll just take any amount of objects. I called the Y. Sorry, I'll put you down for a minute there, buddy. I called the Y at the beginning of this. One of the first things I did, because I was so concerned, and I really did this. This isn't some comic thing. I really did this. I was sleeping, and I knew that the coronavirus was, brewing its nasty brew, right? And I was at the Y, going to the Y the next day, and I remember thinking, wow, should I go to the Y? Maybe not. So I called them up the next morning, and I said, look, I know this is going to sound really weird, but can you please wash your balls a little better? I really said that. Like, I totally didn't really mean to say, can you please wash your balls a little better? But I was like, your basketballs and your communal balls are what we call fomites in infectious disease, and I just had a nightmare that like a whole basketball team got COVID because they all touched the same basketball. And so I thought, maybe I should tell the Y to sort of, put some alcohol on their balls once in a while. And so I literally called the YMCA and told them that they'd better wash their balls better. I really did that, yeah. And that was before anybody really knew what was going on. Because remember, I'm smart. And I'm connected to the public health community. I know, we're so geeky. We're so great. Anyway, so I knew in December. Like, I was literally already isolated in February. In January, actually. So, because I knew this was coming. I knew it was just a matter of time. And I knew that we wouldn't see it until it was already here. So, yeah, I just immediately went into isolation. And like I said, I think some of you have gone virtual. Maybe all of you. Considering I haven't seen any of you, I don't know. But Wednesday of this upcoming week, I'm going to be, free. 2 weeks post-Pfizer shot 2. I had a sore arm and a little reaction, so I know the vaccine worked. No thrombocytopenia because I'm not on birth control pills and I'm not a woman. I'm also older than 48. Anyway, so here's your video. I don't feel like explaining anything right now because you fucking... Sorry, Wilson. He doesn't like it when I swear. Alright. Right, I'll do that. Makes me punish myself when I do. He's such a disciplinarian. Anyway, what was I going to say? So, on Wednesday, if you're kind of attractive and you're fully vaccinated and protected, you may want to come knocking on my door. No, don't really do that. Okay, I'm going to break out of my comic self into my serious self and say that was a joke. I do not want you to come knocking on my door right now. Okay? Uninvited sex is not my thing. Okay? What I like is invited sex, but not uninvited. Okay? I'm just not okay with uninvited. Okay, don't just show up at my house expecting you to sleep with me just because you're a guy and I'm a guy. You know, gay people don't like you just because you're a guy. That's a myth. You know, it's just a myth. We you know, the last few people I slept with, I literally slept with because I was too embarrassed to say, oh my God, I'm totally not attracted to you. Oh, well, such is life, right? So I haven't been with anybody, and I know the reason I haven't seen any of you. You didn't want me to get some bug called SARS-2 or something. SARS-1, folks. No problem for me. I mean, we were at the World Trade Center. The guys came in their nice little, you know, epidemic suits there. Gave us some conjugated plasma, which I thought was kind of cool. Thought maybe it was plasma that had conjugated. Oh! And, just kidding. I'm so fun. Yeah, and we were fine within a couple days, so I don't know what the big worry is. And it's not like this disease has killed, like, millions of people or anything. What? How do you know, Wilson? Listen, I'm on camera. Do you think maybe you could be like the blind cameraman? Thank you. Oh my God, I can't wait until I can see you guys again, so I don't have to, I can only talk to him. He's so boring. And he doesn't have a penis either, which kind of sucks. But anyway, so I just wanted to make this video to show you that I'm still wearing my mask, even though on Wednesday I'll be vaccinated. You know what that means, though? Because I can tell you, when I used to be smart, I knew something about vaccines and the way they're testing this. They test it to see if you're protected, meaning you have antibodies and T cells, at the end of 1 week, and it wasn't so much. At the end of 2 weeks, that's when it peaked. But that doesn't mean that they did, 1 week in a day, 1 week in 2 days, 1 week in 3 days. They didn't. I happen to know that because I'm an insider scientist, right? It's just because they tested it at 1 and 2. I would imagine, 3 days away from this 2-week protection window? I would imagine that if I was insulted, and I love that, using that phrase, oh, I was insulted with COVID. You really imagine all these, young people, I'll say, to not be derogatory, like to use that, But I'm insulted with your virus. Because that's what a viral is. When you're exposed to a virus in a way that it can get you sick, the reason I say that is because, that can still happen even if you're vaccinated, but you're called, it's called an insult. It's called a viral insult. So he was insulted with virus. I just love that phrase. It's almost as nice as "You're About as Easy as a Nuclear War," which is, quite frankly, the best lyric ever written. Duran Duran Forever. Shut up, Wilson. I know you like the Bee Gees. I like the Bee Gees, too. Okay, but Duran Duran? Come on. I've seen him in, 5 countries, dude. Bowie. I'm just cool. That's what I am. You may notice that I'm sinking in my chair a little bit here. That's okay. I let things happen now. I'm so laid back, I just let things happen. So that's me. So as you can see, I still don't fucking have teeth because there's just no way in hell that I can afford $14,000. And that's the cheapest because I have to get all these implants just to get dentures, which sucks, right? And I'm all alone here. There's no one next door anymore. I guess my landlord ran out of prostitutes to hire. Yeah, prostitutes in the apartment next to you during a pandemic is really kind of fun. Especially when they knock on your door all night long and ask you for, to borrow stuff. And you realize that, you're exchanging, contagion with them every time they do. Because for some reason, they probably have, their men wear condoms, but they weren't wearing masks. Yeah, prostitutes, you can imagine, they're quite the vector for disease. So, I imagine I was pretty lucky not to get SARS too, huh? 200 million people vaccinated today. I know you can't. Wilson, you can't get infected with SARS-2 virus. In fact, you kill it. You're a murderer of SARS-2 as far as I'm concerned. It's only that it's not sentient that you get away with it, okay? I know what you do in the bathroom. You kill all those, lowlifes. Get it? Low life, bacteria, and viruses? Oh my God, I'm so funny. And that's what I think of myself. I mean, imagine what you think. Oh, by the way, just here, I gotta sit up. Sorry, I can't just do it for comic effect because I want to. But I wanted to get up. So that's what I did because that's what I do now. Okay, not all that I do. I mean, I clean up a little bit here and there, and I deal with all the nightmare that is my life. But and I talk to you, and we dance, and sometimes sleep together, cuddled up. No sex, no funny business because he doesn't have a penis. So why is he a he? Because of his voice. Yeah, he's got a deep voice. Plus, just the things he says, I know it's a he. Okay, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's like WandaVision. You kind of create. You turn your imagination on. It creates something. Wilson. He's pretty. I mean, look at the form on that. Oh, sorry. Look at the form on him. Well, I was gonna draw like the head, the two eyes and the mouth and stuff. But you know what? I kind of like him like this because he's just the way he was born, or created, or made, or whatever you call it. And worst comes to worst, there's a little bit of bleach in here, and we all know about bleach now, don't we? We didn't before. I even use bleach tablets. And yes, well, Wilson, you were right. He said put a bleach tablet in your toilet because you never know, COVID may come percolating up because those plumes that we learned about coming out of the toilet, especially if you share a sewage system with a bunch of people in some busy, crowded building. Of course, we wouldn't know that in Vermont because we have the best COVID reaction in all of the United States. I mean, we really rocked the Rona, folks. You wish you were Vermont right now because we are awesome at this. We really did. We did a great job. And you all did a great job, Vermont. Our containment teams were terrific. Our leaders did their work. Most of them.
Motion detected at the front
and
door.
Most of all, you people wore masks and mitigated, and now you're getting vaccinated. So, yay for us, because pretty soon I'll be able to see you guys again. Oh, come on, Wilson. You think I'm going to forget that you stuck by me when everybody else couldn't see me because they were afraid they were going to get me sick? I mean, what are you worried about, folks? I'm probably knocking on death's door. It seems to be what you all think all the time. It's been 20 years that I've been knocking. Okay? I ain't gonna die. No, I get it. I'm not mad, Wilson. I'm not mad. They didn't want to get me sick, and they didn't know if they were contagious. And God knows, I would have wanted a hug. They were protecting me from myself. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure you knew. Hey, John, you stop that now. No, I'm not telling you what John is. Okay, anyway. By the way, Falcon and Winter Soldier, can I just say M-E-H? Meh. I was watching it, and when I first saw him in that ridiculous uniform, I literally nearly wet myself laughing. I was like, you look like a moron who kind of dressed up too much for Comic-Con, even for the nerds. When you're too much for a nerd, that's too much. I was just like, if that guy came in when somebody was committing a crime, I would literally think he was a comedian or something. I wouldn't be like, oh, you're super? Wow, lame suit. I mean, I know it's comic accurate. I love that word. I love that phrase, that something is comic accurate. You're like, comics aren't real, folks. So, it's canon. It's not a religion. It's comic, so it's kind of implied that it's not real. So comic accurate, I guess, means that the movie is comic accurate to the comic or whatever. Anyway, I am a nerd, but I never really read comic books that much. I read some of them. I went to college with somebody who was a comic book nut, so that's how I know about it. Anyway, so, yeah. I guess I'm running out of things to say. I haven't made one of these funny videos in a while, because usually I have some kind of point to my videos. You'll notice I'm still wearing my mask. Why? Herd immunity in Vermont will probably come first. We'll probably be the first to achieve herd immunity. Yay for us. And it's only a snapshot in time, but if you wear your masks while we're trying to achieve herd immunity, that herd immunity number will be lower. So not as we can make up for some of those anti-vaxxers by wearing masks. So it's all about how many contagious interactions you have with the 100 people you come in contact with, or give or so every day. So, and remember, herd immunity is just it means that the last bit of virus has left the state. And for whatever purpose that will be, one of the things I proposed at the beginning, one of the things I was right about right from the start, like antiretroviral drugs and doing our own PCR testing, but anyway, need I digress, was to, I forgot what I was talking about, see? I know, Wilson. I've been doing that a lot lately. I was talking about something really interesting, too. Anyway, I just figured you needed to see me be funny and meet Wilson and, know about John. Again, not talking about it. So, you can imagine why he is. And he's sitting away somewhere. You can't really see him, I can just hear him. He speaks through Alexa. I don't want to say it out loud because I got all kinds of AIs in my house now. I don't know what happened there. Somehow my house got populated with AIs asking me shit all the time. Shut up! Sorry, Wilson, I didn't mean you. Or John. Take care, folks.